Fall shelters are operating on Code Purple status.
News 13's Lauren Brigman is live at the Salvation Army's Center of Hope. Lauren, have they already seen an increase in the number of people who need a place to stay?
They have, Holly. In fact, I'm told they were at capacity last night. They've added extra beds here, and they're only preparing for what's to come later in the week. Cold temperatures dropping. I am joined by Colonel Miller with the Salvation Army. Colonel, tell us.
Lauren.
Good morning. Tell us, how many people did you have here last night?
Well, altogether, I counted we have about 117 in the shelter at this moment. This is the lounge for the men's dormitory. We have on the floor here the 10 pads the fire department allows us to put down for the people for whom we do not have beds. It was full tonight. Some of the men have already gotten up and moved out. But the fire department allows us to put a pad on the floor, up to 10 in this room. Elsewhere in the house, we have 10 women, 3 of whom have children, 2 of whom are pregnant, and there are a total of 16 people and 2 embryos there. We have a group outside in the foyer where there is no heat, just inside off the parking lot, but we have things we have to meet. We have standards. These people did not meet the standards for alcoholic breath, so we could not allow them inside the house. But we put them in the foyer where they were protected from the wind and the worst of the cold, and they have slept there all night. There are 5 men out there. In addition to that, we have the dormitory, which has 39 beds. They're all full, and this is the overflow from that. Altogether, we have 117 people in the house tonight.
That's a lot of people, and temperatures are expected to drop even lower tonight, so you're anticipating this cold weather, but you're prepared here, right?
Yes.
Great. And we have a list of several area shelters for people who may need a place to stay in the coming nights. Those are all at our website, WLOS.com. And remember, the Red Cross is also providing tips on how to avoid frostbite and things like that if you do have to be out in the cold. So log on to our website for more information. We'll join Colonel Miller again in our next half hour, reporting live this morning from the Center of Hope in downtown Asheville. Lauren Brigman, News 13.
Local shelters are preparing to house people who need a place to stay.
News 13's Lauren Brigman is live at the Salvation Army Center of Hope in Asheville. Lauren, tell us what supplies are needed there.
Well, there's a variety of supplies. They were at capacity this past night because it's code purple conditions, and that means temperatures are at 32 degrees or below, so they see an influx of people coming in who need a place to stay overnight. And I'm joined by Colonel Miller with Salvation Army. Colonel, tell us, what supplies are you in need of? You have beds, but
We are always in need of blankets for a very simple reason. The people who are sheltered here take the blankets with them. They are going to sleep under a bridge somewhere or somewhere outside. They need that blanket. And because it's easier for us to allow them to take it than to take it to them when they're outside in need. So we're always in need of blankets.
Okay, and you've used all your beds that you have, and when that happens, you pull out these.
Well, here's a mat. The fire department allows us to put down 10 of those mats. And you saw the people sleeping on them a half an hour ago. There are other provisions that we are making. We have people sleeping in the foyer outside the building this morning because they will be protected from the cold winds, though there is no heat attached or added to the temperature. They are sleeping in the foyer because they failed to meet the qualifications we require for alcohol absent breath. And we could not allow them to come in the building because of the rules we strictly maintain. So we found a place for them in the foyer off the parking lot where they would be protected from the cold winds on this cold night.
And none of the shelters, you all work together to make sure nobody is turned away, right?
Exactly. We work together with all of the shelters in the city. We refer people to one another. If we have an opening, they refer people to us. And if they have an opening, we refer people to them. We are cooperative with each other because the needs are great, and we all want to meet those needs.
Definitely. Thank you, Colonel Miller. And for a list of the supplies they're in need of, as well as if you want to contribute a monetary donation, they'll take those as well because they do feed everyone that comes into these shelters. You can find that list on our website. That's WLOS.com. Reporting live in downtown Asheville, Lauren Brigman, News 13.
And as temperatures fall, local shelters are prepared to house those who may otherwise be left out in the cold.
News 13's Lauren Brigman is live at the Salvation Army Center of Hope in Asheville. And Lauren, how many people are they able to take in there right now?
Well, Jay and Holly, roughly 100 people are here, and they have reached that capacity overnight last night as the temperatures dropped below 32 degrees, meaning it was a code purple night. That's what area shelters refer to these dangerously cold nights as code purple nights. And I'm joined by one of the temporary residents. This is Tommy Sampson. Tommy, tell us, Center of Hope has helped you greatly, right?
Yes, it has. It's helped me emotionally, spiritually, with different services throughout the community that everyone works together. It's very nice. You learn a whole lot about different people, give us a chance to minister to one another, and it's really nice, and they've been nice to me. I help out. I get a bag of garbage here and there, and clean up a lawn here and there, and sweep and mop a little bit. They treat me very nicely.
That's great, because you're also a volunteer. Tell me, volunteers here as well as you're a temporary resident, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I am.
That's awesome. And I'm joined by Colonel Miller with the Salvation Army. Colonel, tell us, you're still in need of supplies, right?
Oh, we always need blankets because the people who stay here take the blankets with them when they go. That allows them to sleep under a bridge or wherever they are on the outside, and they need those blankets. We're always in need of blankets.
You have beds and you roll out the extra mats when you run out of beds, right?
It's true. Yes, that's true, because on nights like this, the fire department allows us to put a mat on the floor, 10 of them in total. And those have been on the floor tonight and all occupied.
And they have reached capacity last night. Dangerously cold temperatures are expected for the next couple of nights, but they do not turn anyone away. Here or the other local shelters here in the Asheville area. You can come in if you need a place to stay to get out of the cold. To find a list of local shelters and how you can donate, log on to our website. That's WLOS.com. Reporting live in downtown Asheville, Lauren Brigman, News 13.
Well, local shelters are preparing for a full house.
News 13's Lauren Brigman is live at the Salvation Army Center of Hope in Asheville. Lauren, what's on the menu there?
Well, they serve everyone here that comes into the Center of Hope a warm meal. They're serving breakfast right now, biscuits and gravy, eggs, and they also pack lunches for everyone who comes in and stays here but then has to go to work. So they prepare lunches. I'm joined by Colonel Miller with the Salvation Army. Colonel, tell us, what do they pack each day?
Well, we have volunteers who come in to help pack these lunches. Women and men who spend hours here packing these sack lunches every day. We depend on volunteers for an awful lot of help. It takes a lot of people to do the work that needs to be done to meet the needs of people, and we can't afford to put them on the payroll. So we require a lot of volunteers to help us do the things we do.
And not only are everyone that comes in here to the Center of Hope, not only do they have a bed or a mat to sleep on, but they're also supplied 3 meals a day.
That's right. And they come out here in the morning. These are people who have stayed here overnight who are getting breakfast.
And you need supplies to help continue to serve these people,
yes,
right?
We depend a lot on donated supplies. Many food processors give to us food that they can't sell for any reason. They may be outdated. They may be various reasons why the foods cannot be sold. But they give it to us, and we feed it to people who are hungry.
As well as blankets. That's a big need right now, right?
Blankets are a big problem. The people who stay here take the blankets with them, and we urge that because they're going to need them when they have to sleep outside, and they do.
Right, so blankets, monetary donations, all can be utilized here. And if they do not turn anyone away if they come in here at the Salvation Army Center of Hope, if they can't house you here, they will take you to another area shelter so you can come in if you need a place to stay on these dangerously cold nights. And if you're willing to donate either financially or donate a blanket, you can contact one of the area shelters. All those are listed on our website. That's WLOS.com. Reporting live in downtown Asheville at the Center of Hope, Lauren Brigman, News 13.